Exactly what happened. I just look at it in terms of the messages coming in, are they being processed appropriately? On a typical day, we trade about 6.5 billion shares industry-wide. I suspect today, by the time we're done, there's going to be 11 billion shares. The number of messages will be many times multiple of the typical day. So that's what we're focused on. Not is there a particular trade that led to it.
So the system worked. The question is, what happened? How do you explain to the average public that we dropped 800 points in the 11 minutes that Bill came on?
Yeah, close to 1,000 points in 10 minutes is what we saw. But the trades did happen in a fairly orderly sequence, which is helpful in making sure that we maintain confidence in the market.
Part of that is a function of the level we're at on these major averages and the fact that you got a lot more computers doing this, so things are going to be quicker and bigger.
Look, there's nothing new under the sun. There's always been volatile days. Now, it just so happens the Dow's at a higher level, so it's the biggest Dow drop-off ever. But come on, in your career, you've seen this many different times.
In different iterations with different numbers there. Thank you, Tom, very much. Tom Farley, the president of the New York Stock Exchange. Bob, I know you'll be sticking around as this is one for the record books. The Dow down 1,175 points on the close, back below 25,000 on the Dow. Let's go to Kelly Evans now with the second hour of the closing bell.
This is CNBC Breaking News. Market sell-off.
And welcome to the closing bell, everybody. I'm Kelly Evans. Dow's closing lower by nearly 1,200 points today, about 1178. There's the close down below 25,000. The Dow is now negative on the year. All of the gains from January and February have now been wiped out. We've lost 2,000 points that we had gained over the past 6 weeks or so to start off this year. Better than 4% declines for the S&P 500 as well, down 113 points today to 2648. It's also negative on the year. The NASDAQ composite down a little bit less than 4%. It's back below 7,000 to 6967. It's barely higher for the year, and the Russell 2000 small caps down a little more than 3.5% today. They're below 1,500. They're also in the red on the year. It's been an extraordinary session. Our Bertha Coombs is standing by to look at some of the action on the floor in the NASDAQ. Bertha?
Yeah, Kelly, it's been quite extraordinary when you think about the fact that just 6 trading sessions ago, we were at all-time highs here on the NASDAQ, and we have given back a good 6% of that just in the matter of days here. Overall, the NASDAQ still just barely positive, but part of the things that intensified the selling this afternoon was that it fell below a technical support level, below that 50-day moving average. Hasn't really been down below that so heavily since last September. We saw basically all of the sectors moving lower, a lot of them moving below those technical levels as well. Chip stocks were particularly hard hit. They have been among the most volatile in this sell-off over the last few days. What really brought us to a negative point was Apple. Apple had rallied off of a technical level this morning at 200% below it, or at its 200-day moving average.